Did you know that the top 1% save and invest more than 40 times what the average person does? Their money habits are not just luck. They're backed by real data and proven strategies. If you want to break free from financial stress and start building real wealth, understanding what the wealthiest do differently is your first step. This video will reveal the shocking truths behind their habits and show you how to apply them to your own life. So, if you're tired of struggling with money and ready to make a change, stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights that can transform your financial future. Now, let me show you why this is so urgent and what you need to know before getting started. In this video, we're diving into the money habits of the top 1%, supported by real data and proven strategies. We'll explore how these wealthy individuals save, invest, and manage their finances differently from the rest of us. Understanding these habits is crucial, especially now as the U.S. economy faces uncertainty, inflation, and shifting markets. Knowing what the wealthiest do can help you make smarter financial choices and build your own wealth over time. Whether you're just starting out or already on your journey to financial stability, this content will give you practical insights that you can apply right away. You'll learn specific behaviors and mindset shifts that set the top 1% apart, so you can begin to implement those habits in your own life. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of what it takes to grow and protect your wealth, regardless of your current financial situation. But to make smart decisions, you first need to understand the economic landscape we're dealing with. Understanding the financial habits of the top 1% requires grasping the broader economic environment they operate within. Currently, inflation in the United States remains elevated, averaging around 4.5% annually as of the latest Federal Reserve data, which erodes purchasing power and impacts investment strategies. Interest rates have been rising steadily over the past year, with the Fed increasing rates to combat inflation, making borrowing more expensive and shifting the landscape for both consumers and investors. Higher interest rates tend to slow economic growth and can lead to market volatility, affecting asset values and wealth preservation efforts. Taxes also play a crucial role. The top 1% face a higher effective tax rate, but they leverage sophisticated strategies to minimize taxes legally, often through investments, trusts, and tax-advantaged accounts. Meanwhile, housing markets have experienced cyclical fluctuations, with some regions facing price corrections after years of rapid growth, influencing how wealth is stored and leveraged in real estate. Market cycles, booms and busts, are inherent to the economy. Currently, the U.S. is navigating a slowdown after a robust recovery from the pandemic-induced recession. These cycles impact asset valuation, investment returns, and the ability to accumulate wealth. Understanding these macro factors helps us see why the habits of the top 1%, such as diversifying investments, managing risk, and planning for tax efficiency, are shaped by the economic environment they operate in. With that context in mind, let's break down the strategy you can actually apply. The top 1% of wealthy individuals have a unique approach to managing their money that sets them apart from the rest. At the core of their strategy is smart investing. Instead of just saving money in a bank account, they focus on putting their funds to work through various investments like stocks, real estate, and businesses. This helps their wealth grow over time, even when markets fluctuate. A key idea they use is diversification, which means spreading investments across different areas so that if one doesn't perform well, others can make up for it. They also pay close attention to minimizing taxes legally, so more of their money stays in their hands to grow. Leverage is another tool they use. This means borrowing money to invest more than they could with their own cash alone, increasing potential gains, but also risk. To succeed, they plan for the long term, understanding that wealth builds gradually and requires patience. They focus on habits like consistent saving, continuous learning about investments, and making informed decisions based on data, not just emotions. This disciplined approach helps them stay ahead, especially during uncertain economic times marked by inflation, rising interest rates, and market ups and downs. By adopting these habits, investing wisely, diversifying, minimizing taxes, leveraging smartly, and thinking long-term, they build and protect their wealth effectively. Now let's look at a real-world example to see exactly how this plays out in practice. Imagine a high-net-worth individual in the U.S. who invests in real estate. They purchase a $500,000 property using a $100,000 down payment and finance the remaining $400,000 with a 30-year fixed mortgage at 3.5% interest, which results in a monthly payment of approximately $1,796, including principal and interest, according to mortgagecalculator.org. They also set aside about $100 monthly for property taxes and insurance, bringing their total monthly housing expense to around $1,896. Over 5 years, if property values appreciate by 4% annually, the home's value could rise from $500,000 to roughly $608,000, based on Zillow's estimates. During this time, they pay down a portion of the mortgage, building equity. After 5 years, their equity would be approximately $150,000, considering the mortgage balance and appreciation. If they decide to sell, paying off the remaining mortgage, they could potentially realize a profit of around $108,000 after subtracting transaction costs. This example demonstrates how strategic leverage and long-term planning can amplify wealth growth. The key is understanding the numbers, monthly payments, appreciation rates, and equity buildup, so they make informed decisions. But this looks great, only if you avoid the common traps that ruin deals like this. The top 1% of wealth builders have mastered their money habits, but even they know the common pitfalls that can derail success. One critical mistake is poor credit management. Failing to monitor your credit score or missing payments can lead to higher interest rates and limit your borrowing options when you need them most. For example, ignoring a small late payment can snowball into a significant credit score drop, costing you thousands over time. Another mistake is overpaying on loans and mortgages. Many overlook opportunities to refinance or negotiate better terms, which could save thousands annually. Imagine paying more interest simply because you didn't shop around, small savings that add up over the years. Skipping due diligence before investing is also a major error. Jumping into a property or stock without thorough research can lead to losses. The top 1% educate themselves, analyze data, and seek expert advice to make informed decisions, avoiding costly surprises. Lastly, many neglect to diversify their investments. Relying solely on one asset class exposes you to unnecessary risk. Successful investors spread their money across stocks, real estate, and business ventures to protect their wealth against market swings. To avoid these mistakes, here are the best tools and resources available right now. The top 1% of wealth builders share common habits that anyone can adopt, supported by proven tools and platforms. First, they leverage budgeting and financial management apps like Mint or Personal Capital. These platforms help you track income, expenses, and investments in real time, allowing for disciplined savings and smarter spending. Second, they utilize investment research sites, such as Investopedia or Morningstar, to educate themselves about different asset classes, ensuring their investment decisions are data-driven and strategic. Third, real estate investors often use platforms like Redfin or Zillow to analyze property values, explore markets, and make informed buying decisions, sometimes even with financing options to leverage their investments effectively. Additionally, tools like Credit Karma or Experian help monitor credit scores and manage debt wisely, which is crucial for accessing favorable loan terms and minimizing unnecessary interest payments. These resources collectively support a mindset of continuous learning, strategic planning, and disciplined execution, key habits of the wealthiest. Now that you've got the tools, let's talk about the first thing you can do today to get started on building your wealth. Set up your financial accounts and budgeting app to get a clear picture of your current financial situation. This initial step will give you the foundation to make informed decisions and develop your personalized strategy toward financial independence. The first step toward building wealth, like the top 1%, can be simple yet powerful. Today, take a moment to check your credit score. It's a small action that provides valuable insight into your financial health, helping you understand where you stand and what areas to improve. Knowing your credit score can unlock better loan options, lower interest rates, and a clearer path to your financial goals. By doing this today, you break the cycle of uncertainty and start gaining control. It sets a foundation for smarter decisions, whether it's saving more, reducing debt, or investing wisely. This initial step creates momentum, showing you that progress begins with awareness and action. Imagine what could happen if you stay consistent. Review your credit regularly, track your expenses, or even simulate an investment. Each small step compounds over time, leading to bigger wins. Remember, every successful financial journey begins with a single, manageable action. Taking that first step is how every long-term success story begins. Let's look at what happens when you stay consistent. Over months and years, those small efforts add up, transforming your financial future into one of stability and growth. Start today and watch how momentum builds toward your goals. Imagine yourself 5, 10, or even 30 years from now, having built a solid financial foundation through consistent habits. Picture owning 5 cash-flowing properties by 2035, each generating income that steadily increases your financial security. Or think about how regular contributions to your investment accounts, even small ones, can grow exponentially over time thanks to the power of compound growth. The key is persistence, setting a plan today and sticking to it day after day. The top 1% understand that wealth isn't built overnight. They focus on disciplined saving, smart investing, and continuously improving their financial knowledge. By making small, steady efforts, checking your credit score regularly, diversifying your investments, and avoiding costly mistakes, you set the stage for long-term success. Over years, these habits compound, turning modest beginnings into meaningful assets. Now, consider what's possible when you commit to this approach. With patience and consistency, you can create a future where your assets grow steadily, your income streams multiply, and financial freedom becomes a reality. It's not about overnight riches, but about building sustainable wealth over time. And now that you see what's possible, here's how we wrap this up and take action. Start today. Small steps, repeated daily, lead to big results. Your future self will thank you for the discipline you build now. Mastering the habits of the top 1% is all about disciplined, consistent actions, diversifying investments, managing credit wisely, and planning for long-term growth that, over time, build lasting wealth. Remember, small daily improvements and smart financial decisions compound into extraordinary results. Thanks for tuning in and celebrating your progress on this journey to financial freedom. Keep pushing forward. You're already on the right track. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's your first financial goal for this year? Drop a comment below. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more proven strategies to grow your wealth. Also, check out our related video on simple ways to boost your savings rate. It's packed with easy tips you can start today. Remember, building wealth isn't about quick wins. It's about consistent effort and smart habits. Stay energized, stay focused, and see you in the next one.